Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios Show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. I have a jam-packed episode here where I will be sharing with you the 7 legal mistakes that home buyers make. Now, my disclaimer is that I am not a real estate attorney or any attorney for that matter. I'm not providing legal advice, okay? So please note that I am a realtor and these are things that I have seen home buyers do, and if they are represented by me, I make sure that they don't make these mistakes, okay? Now, the first one is not having a confidentiality agreement in place when you submit an offer. So as a home buyer, if you're sending over an offer or your agent is sending over an offer to the seller and you don't want them to share that information with other home buyers, especially if it's a multiple offer situation, which by the way, most seller agents won't, most listing agents won't share that information because they want to get that number high. However, you want to have a confidentiality agreement in place if you want to make sure that they keep your offer confidential, okay? Number 2 is not understanding when a contract becomes legally binding. You should be aware of when you sign on that form when a contract becomes binding, okay? You send over your offer and the seller accepts it or whatever, they sign it, they counteroffer, but when they sign it, they send it back to you and then the home buyer signs it again and they call that bottom lining, and that's usually when a purchase agreement becomes binding. Some purchase agreements have it where just the seller signs and then it's actually reviewed and it doesn't have to be bottom line because it's all set. I've seen that very little out there. However, you have to understand when a contract becomes legally binding, okay? Number 3 is entering into an agreement to purchase a home without getting all the necessary property information. You want to find out as much as you can about the property before you send over an offer and get into a legal agreement with the homeowner / seller, okay? So that's a big one. Actually we're on number 4. Not obtaining a seller's disclosure. You gotta have a seller's disclosure. If you're selling by owner, you should be providing this, okay? It's the number 1 referenced form when buyers and sellers go to court. So you wanna make sure that you fill out the seller's disclosure, and it basically states or asks you questions about what you know about the property as a seller / homeowner. Was there a leak in the basement, leak in the roof? If so, when? The age of the roof? What type of plumbing? It just asks you basic questions, okay? But you want to have that, and as a home buyer, you want to make sure that you have that. If not, your purchase agreement will state without disclosure, and that will give you very little to no recourse, okay? Number 5, not conducting your own inspections or investigations, okay? Buyer beware. As a home buyer, you want to make sure that you have a home inspection. You obviously have it appraised, which in most cases that will be a contingency that is forced, especially if you're getting financing. However, you want to make sure that you do your own investigating on whatever provides you a concern on the property, okay? Number 6, not understanding the full responsibilities when purchasing a home with someone else. Now, it could be, especially if you are, purchasing the home on your own, you have to know what you are responsible for, what you pay for, okay? You pay for your home inspection if you opt in to get one, and you pay for the appraisal unless negotiated otherwise. But when you're purchasing a home with someone else, you want to make sure that you know, hey, if this person bails on me, what are my responsibilities, and vice versa. If you are both not on the mortgage, right, or whoever is occupying the home, if they're both not on the mortgage, then you want to make sure that you have an agreement in place that, hey, you agree to pay half the mortgage. Actually, matter of fact, you can even pull up a lease agreement. I've seen this a couple times where somebody was on a mortgage and they had a side lease agreement. Hey, you are basically obligated to pay me X amount a month and cover half the utilities and all that fun stuff, okay? So make sure that you have that in place and know your responsibilities. And number 7, not hiring a competent real estate agent. So you want to make sure that you don't just hire the agent that was at the family barbecue and they just got their license, okay? I know you want to help them out, their family. However, buying a home is typically the biggest purchase you will ever make in your life. And so you want to make sure that you are taken care of, whether you're buying or selling. And so it may seem honorable, hey, listen, I'm going to go through my niece or whoever who just got their license, but which, by the way, if you are doing that, you know what, that's fine, because you can make sure that you communicate with their broker as well, so that everything is good and you're not put into a position where there could be issues after you purchase the home and you close on it, right? So not hiring a competent real estate agent, for one, always look for a realtor, not just a real estate agent. There is a difference. And just make sure that you feel comfortable with them, that they are experienced to help you purchase a home. I appreciate you watching this episode. I just shared with you 7 legal mistakes that home buyers make. I'll actually be doing a video in the near future about legal mistakes that home sellers make. So I invite you to keep an eye out for that video. Otherwise, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you watching.